Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and today we are looking at Pidgeot. So when taking Pidgeot into consideration against all the other kind of Pokemon, you know, that bird flying type that you get in pretty much every generation, it doesn't stand out to be as strong. Its stats aren't as low, the stats aren't as high. It has one of like the lowest stats for any of those Pokemon, and overall it just doesn't have a lot of good ability sets and all that these Pokemon tend to have and use to their advantage. But it has recently been discovered that Pidgeot is the prophet of the Helix Fossil, which means that this Pokemon needs to get some respect. And I've gotten a lot of requests to make a battle, or not a battle video, a battle strategy for Pidgeot. So now might as well be the time to figure out the best way to run this guy. So if you just look at its base stats, that 101 speed is really nifty, because if you go with a Jolly Nature, you're going to be able to outspeed everything in that 100 bracket, and that's actually one of like the key components to Pidgeot. Not a lot of Pokemon just break at that 100, but by having that 101, you do create a lot of interesting aspects to play around. So, like I always say, I give you the option: do you want the Adamant Nature or do you want the Jolly Nature? Regardless though, the spread is going to be 252 EVs into attack, 252 EVs into speed, and then it's up to you for the Adamant or Jolly Nature. Do you want to outspeed a ton of Pokemon, including like Jolly, Timid Pokemon that are in that 100 speed range, or even Pokemon that are faster that just don't have that speedy nature? Or if you have the Adamant Nature, it's going to give you a respectable amount of attack. Without the Adamant Nature, your attack does feel pretty low, but even with it, it doesn't get as much of a boost as your speed nature from the Jolly does. So it's up to you. In the end though, I'm feeling like you need to give the ability Keen Eye or Tangled Feet. Actually, Tangled Feet is the best, mostly because with a lot of swagger out there, it's nice to have. If you get confused, you do have a chance of dodging it pretty well. I feel Big Pecs isn't one of the best. Same with Keen Eye. Getting your accuracy or defense from being lowered doesn't really have as much of an impact. So those are the ideas I have for that. As for items, you can go with Life Orb or you can go with Choice Band. Life Orb, so you get as much attack out of it as possible without having to really be stuck into a move. Choice Band, get more attack. Try to just, you know, Brave Bird sweep your way through this. Try to get a lot of things out of the way. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. So other moves, you have Return. Turn is a big move, going to give you stab, going to be able to not take recoil damage, and you're good from there. Brave Bird, it's going to be pretty much your biggest hitter. Any Pokemon that gets Brave Bird, it feels like just Brave Bird does more damage than possible. And we also are, I'm thinking Mirror Move on the next move, you know. Mirror Move is just such a crazy move. It has saved the team back in Twitch Plays Pokemon many times, and I feel it could be just a nice little, you know, patronage to our prophet. And then we also have any move on the last move that you want. I was thinking U-Turn could be acceptable. Heat Wave potentially if you're running a Life Orb, just because it's going to get that boost, and Heat Wave onto any kind of threat that's weak, that's 4 times weak against fire. Even 2 times weak could be an advantage. Special attack is pretty low though, so it's kind of one of those things like when people run Flamethrower on physical Slurpuff, Fire Blast on Garchomp. You can just have it there for the tech, for the extra coverage, and it's not bad. U-Turn is also good because if you switch in, you have the Choice Band, so U-Turn is going to do a fair amount of damage, hit a fair amount of Pokemon really well. You can get some damage in on fairies, then switch out and be able to reset for later. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have the prophet of the Helix trying to do some work, making the best out of the situation we have, and just potentially and hopefully carrying many teams along the way. We have been saved many times, and it has been a good fight thus far. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a nice day.